My name is Bobo, and this is my Ayatu. This is my student ID ST201896004, and this is my Docker portfolio. So first we're gonna do all the two activities. Then we're gonna do mobilize cloud, scan for vulnerabilities and fix them, and then run a Docker container on Azure. So yeah, so I'm on my desktop. So we're gonna create a folder, so-called Docker file. Inside we're gonna create another file. So here, called Docker file. Then we're gonna create an image. So from Ubuntu, we're gonna do that and run the hello world. Next, we can also gonna name it. So we're supposed to name it task 2, but I have some issue. But here, so here, after running it, we're gonna build it. Then we're gonna check that it's here. And after we're gonna run it, so here, hello world. More here, hello world. Then we're gonna check that it was also here. So because when we run a container, it's so fast. When we're gonna do when we're gonna check it, it's not gonna be here. But if we're gonna check with PS, we can see it was run just 37 ago. Then so we're gonna log in because we're gonna push the Docker container on Docker Hub. So here we're gonna create a repository. So we're gonna So we're gonna name it task 2. We can put it public or private. Yeah, it's cool. So that's our repository called Killer Task 2, and we need and so we need this to push it. So we're gonna rename our task 2 images to Killer /task 2. So so when we rename it, it's here. So after after we push it, so yeah, it's pushed, and we can see that if we go to tags, it's here. So it just pull to a few seconds ago. And then after we're gonna also remove it and pull it back. So here, and it's here. Okay, so then we need to run a bash. So here, so I'm just going to create a file called bash.txt, where I'm just going to put hello world. So I run it, and then after I exit. Finale 2, mobilize cloud activity, where we'll need to pull an image. So Python alphen. So we can see that the image is here. So here. Then after we so we're gonna run it. So yeah, I just want to just do some few stuff. So I just want to I did who am I want to see the lib. Inside cd lib, I want to check after I want to mime package whatever, but I did some stuff there. Yeah, then I exited. Then we're gonna do the same with Python, where I just run some few commands. So I equal 20, I plus 10. So yeah, and after I exited, then we're gonna create like another image. So from Ubuntu, we're gonna run this and do this. So we build it first. Then after we then after we run it, and we get this output with a cow. So then after we're gonna use a vulnerability tools called Trivi. So we need to pull it first when we're gonna use it. So we burn it against some previous images. So this one is Python. So that's the output. We can see there's like 10 medium, 10 high, for critical to low. Then we're gonna run it against some OS. We're gonna see like a different output. So test 7 medium, low 21. Then we're gonna run it against Nginx. So it's a popular images, yeah, on Docker Hub. So it is like 9 medium, 128 yellow, and we're critical. Then sometime we're gonna, instead of just display it like right now, we're just gonna put it in a file so we can check it later. And after I'm gonna open it. So yeah, so I'm just checking where am I. After we're gonna open it. So here we get 20 low, 7 medium, and 0 high critical. Yeah. So we're gonna do the same. Sometimes we want like to scan it, but only to check only the vulnerabilities. I mean, only check the high one, critical one, low one. So here we scan it with only the high one and critical one. We can see there's only 21 high, 1 critical. Here, same here for Nginx. Yeah. So we're gonna create another demo Docker file. So yeah, we're gonna create another one. So we're gonna put the vulnerability, the tools, inside of the image. So when we run it, it's gonna also run at the same time. So yeah. So we can see there. So after we're gonna modify it, so we can so there's like so just to fix it, okay, so here, so third we're gonna scan Docker containers with SNYK. So when actually so when you push an image on Docker, if you connect it to a snake, you can also scan it and try to fix it. So it's scanning the one, the Kilauro task 2 one. So it's scanning now, and I'm gonna also show you on the control what's happening too. So I need to install first so this tool, so snake, and when I finish to install it, I can scan the image, so we get multiple loss vulnerabilities here. Yeah, still there. And after we get 1 medium, so in total we get 16 issue. And so how we gonna fix it? So they're also gonna recommend us how to fix it. So here, so we just need to update our Ubuntu images to 20.10, because the one I was using it was only Ubuntu. So yeah, and yeah, I lied. What we need to do. Okay, so we gonna modify. So I'm already modified, and I'm gonna run it. But actually, I had the same issue because I was still scanning the same image. So yeah, I had some few issues. So I decided like to create actually another image to push it to the Docker and to pull it back. So sudo docker build task 2. So yeah, I'm building the image. So with the from Ubuntu 2010, and then so I'm building it. So we can see that. So we can see that it's here. So now I'm renaming it. So that's 2.1 to kilowatt test 2.1. We can see it's here. So I pushed it. So now it's here, the tags kilowatt, so kilowatt test 0.1. So now I pull it back. And on the website of Snake, so it's here, and we can see the difference that there used to be 5 medium, 16 low, and now only 1 medium and 13 low. So that's so yeah, it's I click on it, and on the console, so it's also here. We can see we have so much less of 14 issues, and actually the command is on the next slide, and the command is here. So from Ubuntu here, yeah. So yeah, that's the same vulnerabilities. And last, we're gonna deploy Docker images on Microsoft Azure. So first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a new resource group. So I'm gonna call it TurnerBobo, but actually I had some issue because I forgot to call it TurnerBobo resource group. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to highlight it. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think it was a mistake. So that's when I name it. That's one. Yeah, that's the output. So then after we're gonna provide a DNS name. So on the next slide. So here, TurnerBobo. This is what's, and then I was supposed to create the container, but that's where the problem starts. So yeah, I have a lot of issue because actually it's I have a lot of issue because of the DNS label. So after I renamed it to TurnerBobo my resource group. So yeah, that's the new one, the new resource group, container resource group. I still have some issue because I renamed the DNS label to my student ID, as you can see here. Yeah, and after I manage when I recall it to TurnerBobo. So yeah, so that's the command and that's the output. So still the output. Yeah, and after once this is done, we're gonna check for the statue. So that's the command, and I managed to create. So if we go to this website, we can see that my container is available, but I'm gonna put it to my report too. And that was my Docker portfolio.